All right, this is my first full Kraton 8S teardown. I've been running bigger ramps, but I'm going to work on some upgrades. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the teardown. I usually try to stick to keeping my front parts on the right and my rear parts on the left, just as a general rule. Help me stay organized. Now, you can't take the bottom brace off until you remove the ESC, as it's blocking the pin on that side. Just to make this a little bit easier to track everything, I actually got this idea from Do RC. Made a little template for everything to go in, so it's easier to organize for me. So that creates a good little handle as well to pull them out. Something I did just notice when I was looking at this is that I actually broke the bumper spring at one point. Well, it's a good idea to check a few things when you're out driving it. If you took a hard impact, it's good to bring it in and just give it a once over. So those are straight. I did switch to the RPM arms. All right, that's holding up too. Got a little bit of stretch going on in there, just very little. But that's where it'll start at. It'll start stretching and you'll feel a little looseness before anything decides to break, typically. And I just check these for stress cracks or bends. I have broken one of these before. Both of those are straight. They're the same diff casing. The rear just has the cover on the top. A lot of things somebody gets confused too is the little washers will fall off and they go right on top of the posts. So they'll go right there, just under this. So then that's what it would look like. So that's the whole assembly. I'm not actually going to take I'm not going to take this apart just yet. And you can see the size of the servo on these 8S's. Monsters. Just like the servo saver. 168. And here's with the pin I was talking about. It's blocked by the ESC. All right. So now we're looking at the motor. So yeah, the center drive line is the torque bridge. So essentially, if any flex is going to happen, this is where it's going to happen at. And what I do is I usually check the screws. So if these are 10.9s, I'm going to change those out to the 12.9s. And I know you probably can't see it on the camera. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. But around the edge, it'll say 10.9 or 12.9, whatever the grade of the screw is. I like the 12.9s. They're harder, so they have a little bit more durability. I will not be keeping this as well. I'm actually going with the carbon fiber one. You'll see that in the future videos. So the rear clip, and this is what I was referring to previously, the difference on the top of the gear box, that has the cap on it, and that does come off so you can use them on the front or the rear. They just keep that as really decorative aesthetics. This is a little mount, a little stand that I made. It's not perfect, but it works well enough. And I needed something bigger for my 5th scale vehicles, so there's the nut on the other side, and once I get the body posts off, those will come out. Spins freely. So I did actually take these apart. I literally only took the differentials out and checked the fluids in them and re-greased them. You really want spreaders that are strong. I'm going to show you what they came with. If you own one, you already know. They came with these little things. So we'll see what we can do. There we go. Typically starts with 721, 722, or 723. And I don't have it in front of me, but typically the 721 is a button head, 722 are flat heads, and 723s are socket heads. If it was 723 320, then it would be a socket head, M3, and 20 millimeters. So that's just a good little tidbit to keep in mind. So this is it, fully disassembled, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, this is Rob with RTsPrecisionRCs. Fix it right, run it hard, and I'll catch you in the next one with the rebuild.